Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith, showrunner for Masters of the Universe Revelation, and you probably have a lot of questions after watching that final episode. I'm here to answer as many of them as I can, and perhaps tease you about what's to come in the future. Death is not always as permanent for those tapped into the realms of magic and mysticism. If you're sitting there going, I'm not going to watch a show with no He-Man or Adam in it. I know a guy, and a guy told me they might be back. Except Orko, he's dead. As we saw, Skeletor survived. We thought him and He-Man died in the final battle. He-Man, we know, died. He went up to Preternia.
By the power of Grayskull.
And Skeletor, no sign of him there, but also no sign of him, as you saw, in Subternia either. So he stayed alive by casting his essence into Evelyn's wand staff at the final second before everything went kablooey. And so there, he'd been with them on the whole journey. And so every once in a while, you would see a shot where Lynn would look at her wand staff, we'd push in on it, and you would hear like, that was meant to be Skeletor.
You don't have to do this.
Evelyn, absolutely one of my favorite characters, not just because Lena Headey gives it what I feel is like an award-worthy performance bringing this character to life, but also because we mirror Teela's journey with Evelyn's journey as well. You're talking about two women who have been in the shadows of very powerful male characters since the inception of the franchise. And Teela, fought side by side with He-Man, definitely more of his equal. Evelyn, though, was always Skeletor's subservient. What happens in a world where the person who helps identify that character, in the case of Teela, He-Man, in the case of Evelyn, Skeletor, what happens if those two figures are removed from their lives? Who do they get to be? And as we see in these first 5 episodes, there's goodness in Evelyn, as Orko points out.
Turns out nobody's born evil.
But in the next 5 episodes, kids, it shifts into an Evelyn story that is so compelling, absolutely fascinating, satisfying, heartbreaking. It became my favorite part of Masters of the Universe Revelation.
No, they didn't call me evil. I added that part later.
The whole 5 episodes, magic had left Eternia, and that was a big part of the problem. The whole fellowship was built to go out and find the 2 halves of the power sword so they can reforge it, and that would bring the power back. Now all the power is back, all the magic has returned to Eternia, but it couldn't be in worse hands. Like literally, it's in the hands of the one guy you never want getting that sword. And as we saw for the first time ever, he got to say one of the most popular catchphrases in pop culture history, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. I can't do Mark Hamill. I have the power! The story picks up right where we leave off. So it ain't gonna be like 5 years later or anything like that. And the story then pivots in this new direction that involves every character that we've ever met and involves, of course, the Sword of Power, but it's wreaking havoc, obviously, in the wrong hands. He becomes what we call in the room Skelegod.
Now I, Skeletor, am master of the universe!
Or something he's dreamed about for 40 years. But you gotta be careful what you wish for, kids. Kids, I cannot wait for you folks to see the next 5 episodes. Part 1 is one of the things I'm most proudest of that I've ever been involved with. Part 2 leaves Part 1 in the dust. Enjoy Part 1, I like it too. But I've seen Part 2, and it is astounding. It's a magical epic. I can't wait for y'all to see it as soon as they let us watch.